Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. And he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Roethlisberger with a pass complete to Claypool. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Johnson with a completion over the middle. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Cowboys have recovered. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 78 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Dancing away at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of...
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 40, 30, the 20.
Oh, we got plenty of fight.
This is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Cowboys have recovered.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Two minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. We focus our attention now on the quarterback. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first.
Not able to punch it in.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. In trouble, and the ball's out. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at about the 14. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Looking deep in the direction of... This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone. I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. A strong safety, Sean Davis, there to break up that pass play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now Mike McCarthy's saying, let's go for 2. Throwing, Prescott. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Right. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
77 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Here's Prescott. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
So the Cowboys now bringing the offense out there to go for 2. Prescott, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Ben to throw again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. We'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. And again, it's Prescott. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll try the bootleg. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger.
Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive. But on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway?
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, 20, touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
81 yards. yards, and the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
12 yards there and a first down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.